Cam. There we go. We should be live now. Okay. I'll take Matt's character picture off since I didn't add in Brian. Okay. Well, we're live with 4 of us. 2 are down, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll just see what happens. So, but we wanted to play a little Achtung Cthulhu, so nothing will hold us back. Normally, I would have canceled if there was 2 missing, but didn't find out in time. So we're going to stream for a little bit. We may not do the full session tonight, but that's okay. Hope everyone's doing well. Maybe we'll have Jay when he's done tonight. Maybe he'll come over and raid and say hi. His viewers probably going, "Who's that old dude on the other channel that you make fun a lot?" Well, it's
McRib Man over there.
McRib Man. We're here to play, yes, a little Modifius Entertainment Achtung Cthulhu tonight. Playing a little Among the Wolves, the starter set scenario. We are soldiering on. They have gotten themselves in some trouble, had some combat, just they're exploring, learning, and we're enjoying the system, even though we're still learning a lot and trying to remember all the rules and the roles and, just figuring it out. Let's do introductions. Christian, you're up first. You know the rules. You know what to do. Introduce yourself. Say hi to everybody. You know it. Have fun.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christian from Quebec City in Canada, not the 51st state. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. And I'm playing a Jordan Ash, an eternal private from World War I to World War II. And I'm basically a sniper. Last time was the first time that I did not kill someone with 1 shot. So I'm a bit disappointed, but yeah. And that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Joel.
I'm Joel. Tackles Raccoon in chat. Lula here. And in today's episode, we will be acquiring the 3rd tank.
Jeffrey.
Yeah. Yes, Jimmy. Oh, introductions. Hi, I'm Jeff, King Batchman in chat or across the socials. I'll be playing Alex Hellgate Kelly, our resident occult magic personnel person with a lucky black cat.
Incompetent leader, commander.
That too, 100%. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Here you go.
Huxley.
Hey, everybody. My name is Ben, otherwise known as Huxley in the chat. I'm playing Micah Tiedemann. I'm a war correspondent working with the Manchester Guardian. Tonight's episode, we got bought out. McDonald's is no longer our sponsor. Tonight's episode is sponsored by Burger King. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Have it your way. Back to you, Duff.
God, I want to get blacked out for that portion, bought or sold out. It's probably sold out. So if money's involved, we're selling out. Okay, we have no scruples here. You know that.
We have all the scruples.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Holy crap.
Yeah, folks. Anybody watching? Yes, or those on the VOD? Yes, I'm Duff 563, owner operator here on the Praetor's Rejects channel. Also co-owner with Matt, who's not here tonight. He may hop in later. Of Praetors and Riff Astral Menagerie and Fat Goblin Games. And we're missing Brian also tonight, owner and operator of Total Party Kill Games. And I think we'll try maybe next week we'll try to do some dice giveaway. We'll see if we can talk Brian into giving away some dice on the channel, promoting it across the social webs all next week. No promises, but we'll see. Anyway, we're here to play a little, like I said, Achtung Cthulhu by Modifius Entertainment. Who's going to do our recap from last week?
Not it.
I got it.
God help us.
That's pretty much what we're all saying. God help us. We're all message shit. Let's see what happened last week. Last week we evaded the Black Sun brigades of whoever they are or whatever they are throughout the city to make our way to our destination of the church. and we found a like refugee and like resistance type holdout in the basement and cellars of this place, and we got tasked with the next suicide mission for the group, and that was to acquire Black Sun uniforms by eliminating Black Sun soldiers. So that's what we did. We scouted. We came up with some plans. The plans went to shit, and investigator Knuckles McGee over there was cracking skulls, and it was great. It was good times. That's pretty much what happened.
I'm sorry, folks. Anybody's watching?
Yeah.
That's good as it's gonna get. Close enough. Yeah, I think the end of the
I mean,
scenario
tell me if
was-
I'm wrong.
close enough. The point of you met the guys at the church, then he sent you back out because you had a mission, and that was to do what again?
Acquire Black Sun uniforms.
To do what?
Something else too, Mr. Recap expert.
To find the Black Sun camp.
Yeah, we have to
Yes.
find the Black Sun camp,
Yeah.
but we ended after we got the uniforms. We don't know where the camp's at.
Yep, that's right. So, without any further ado, the curtains part on Act 4. Okay, so you've got bodies sitting there with the uniforms that just so happen to auspiciously fit each and every one of you. What do you intend to do with them?
I put one that fits me on.
Okay.
I wash it and then put it on.
Can we repaint the tank with the Black Sun logo? I think that would be prudent.
When you get back to base camp where your tank is at, yes.
Well, what about our second one though?
Well, I don't know if we have enough paint for 2 tanks. This might just be a 1 tank mission, and I hate to say that.
Unfortunately, yes, you didn't bring enough paint for the second tank. Okay, unfortunately, okay, you're gonna run out. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not.
Guys,
Well,
I think we
that's
found our
right.
side mission for today. It's find a second bucket of paint.
We'll have to start using Nazi blood.
Well, you got plenty of it on the floor and everywhere else around there. So that might be working. But the question remains: you've got these bodies and uniforms. What are you doing? What's next?
We're gonna wear those uniforms.
How the hell are we going to figure out a lead? We need a lead. We need a lead so we have a direction to go in order to find this camp. Do we have any reason to believe it's nearby, or is this some sort of trek? Like, do we have any information of a lead-like nature to go on?
No, none whatsoever.
So it could be in town, or it could be 20 miles back or something.
Well, I don't think
You
it's
don't
in
think
town.
it's in town? I'll give you that. At about
So
that
we are
time, you begin to hear whistles, a whistle blowing. Really, it sounds. You can hear it like they're blowing it really hard, but it's you guys. Someone make me an insight and tactics check.
Ooh, tactics. Yeah, I like tactics. Oh, jeez. Any particular thing in tactics or tactics in general?
Tactics. Yeah, you're. It's you can choose the tactics there. It's really.
Oh, okay, I got it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bam. 3 successes.
What? How that?
Let's give us that momentum, Duff.
Tactics is my jam.
How'd you get 3? So
Because
Well,
he's just that
He's
good.
got like 4 or 5 skill in.
that's what I was getting ready to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
no shit. I'm like, holy macro.
Yeah.
Well, fine. You get your momentum. Eat there, bitch. Okay, you got it. Okay. Yeah. You're fairly certain that that the Germans, some of the British troops, but Germans use that a lot when they are When a whistle's blowing like that, that is a call for everybody to return back to the base camp that's there, to the the base of the little operational area that you're going to surmise is the square area where you watched them butcher the regular German hair soldiers.
Okay, shit. I think it's time for us to fall in line.
It's time for us to make our move. We need to put on our. Oh, this smell. We need to put these things on.
And we remove the filter or whatever it's called, right?
We don't have to remove the filter. I probably want to keep the filter on, actually. The mask
wasn't
is
there some drug distributor?
Some of
or...
some of them had a few. Not all of them have filters in them. No, there's some of them. Yeah, you've searched a few more. A couple you find had them. Ones that you can pull the filter out, but these are in the clear. Most of them, their bodies look like they've been cut on or not partially skin removed. There's been gauze pulled away from their face where they've had it's something had been removed on the face or growing on the face.
They look just like you then.
Yeah,
right?
They look gorgeous like me, pal. Okay. I can pull that momentum away just as quickly as I give it.
Whoa, that's not the
hey.
Okay, so
Okay,
we.
right.
Well, so you said that we recovered uniforms. Did they have any weapons with them that we can take so that we look more like rank and file with standard kit?
Their rank and file, which is a good call, and I will. Right now, I haven't worried about. I'll put them in your inventory, but yeah, they have basically their MP40s rifle, or machine gun.
Okay.
Submachine gun.
Submachine gun. Yeah.
I think Micah might. I'm not sure as far as encumbrance goes how big of an item that is, but Micah might do a swap out so that he can maintain.
You would have to. Yeah, to remove, you would not be able to carry your weapons, at least the non-German weapons, without being noticed.
Should we just hide them somewhere?
You're in a building right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But you could be outfitted, wearing they all have Luger pistols and the MP40.
Do we know the penalty for being over encumbered?
Yeah, I can look it up in the rule.
I'm not trying to get too metagamey. I'm just trying to see if I'm not going to use it, maybe I can just carry it so I look more like one of those troopers, and then just drop it or something whenever we really get into a crisis where I need to just run. But I've got some cool stuff. I've got a silenced pistol. I've got my heirloom Luger pistol that I don't want to get rid of, and I have the McRib sandwich, which is a minor item, takes up 1 bulk, as discussed in the rule book, page 17. Food items. But outside of that,
keep your Luger pistol, but the rest of the stuff, I mean, if you keep it on you, you could tell me that, but I'm just letting you know that's just a giveaway that you're not who you say you are. You think, if you're trying to impersonate.
Yes, I'm citing pages for fake food items. The Luger pistol, that's a German pistol, so it should be fine.
You're fine
the silence pistol that I got, it's the high standard HDM pistol that what's his name, Strang gave us all as part of the.
Yep. You could hide that one, but you got to be careful with it. You can't just keep it out in the open.
I just put it in the bottom of my backpack and had the MP40.
Yeah, your big rifles and all the other stuff you can't carry.
Does this uniform look like a big ass trench coat?
It's big black trench coat. Basically, I remember explaining to y'all what they look like. It covers, they have a uniform underneath. So comprising a little more than a black great coat accented with red armband, trench boots, gloves, and a mask. That offers surprisingly little weight in physical armor. It's just basically, designed more as a method of dehumanizing their troops in the eye of the enemy. So the uniform is unarmored, but is large enough that existing armor can be worn underneath it. So you would gain the uncomfortable truth. So
The uncomfortable truth of what?
yeah,
No,
Just
no.
uncomfortableness.
it's bulky. Yeah, it's bulky, and it's not very
Truthfully
it may slow you
uncomfortable.
down. There's some penalties to it.
Okay.
So
All right.
but
So do we just drop everything in our inventory?
you don't have to right now. I'm not. So right. I'm
We're
not, don't worry about
assuming.
your inventory. I'm just saying that
Okay.
for the moment that you have to consider is that your uniforms, your stuff that you're wearing, most of you're wearing, you're going to have to pile up and put somewhere, unless you're going to try to keep it underneath the black gray coat.
I'm definitely going to keep everything.
Okay. By the way, as an
Wanna hide it.
experienced soldier, I find it odd that all those guys had a Luger pistol, because usually it's reserved for officers.
Well, you are incorrect. They all have Luger pistols and MP40s. So
Micah stole his.
So you're a scout. So yeah, but Huxley,
stole mine, too.
there will, if you're going to carry all that, I will impose some penalties on you during some of your roles and things that you're moving. Just if you're going to make that decision to carry all your stuff underneath your gray coat, you cannot do that. I'm just saying you can, but you will suffer penalties for that.
Well, let's just clarify. In that case, let's just clarify what I got, and you let me know if it really will cause a problem. Brass knuckles. Hidden underneath gloves.
No, you can. I'm talking about your big stuff. I'm sorry, not your minor items.
A long time ago, Micah got rid of his, he had a submachine gun and he got rid of it, and that's all he had. He'd never had a long rifle. He has his silenced pistol from Strang, his heirloom Luger pistol.
That's good.
He has a thumb knife, which specifically says it's easy to hide.
The minor stuff, you're fine. Minor or inconsequential.
Okay, so
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing I need to drop is my rifle.
Yes,
that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, your rifle and the uniform stuff that you're wearing, and
Okay.
So especially
all right. So I'll just hide it in the building we were in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, can't we hide it in the
in the tank?
No, the backpacks.
Backpacks are not standard issue. They don't have them back. You've never seen them, so those are definitely Allied made backpacks if you're going to try to carry one around.
Okay. M1 rifle.
That's what I'm knowing. Common sense is going to tell you that you're going to have to match what they're wearing, and that's all they have on their person. They don't have backpacks. They don't have any of that other stuff. Just that.
Okay. So for note, I'm just gonna not change out the gray coat on my.
You're not having to
inventory
change
sheet.
it out. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'll hide it with wherever we're hiding all the stuff. I'm just not gonna, because it's the same thing. So
you're fine with that. I'm just I don't have a problem with that. And I can, once we get to it, I didn't worry about it tonight, but I can create character sheets or add-ons to say, okay, here's what we're really wearing if it gets to that point. I don't
Okay.
I don't think it's going to at the
By the way, I'll keep those fake magical bracers in my pockets.
Oh, you're not going to wear them?
I'm wearing mine.
No,
I'm wearing
mine.
Why?
You might be a skeptic, but I'm not.
I think Micah will wear them just because it'll be more convenient to wear them than to not wear them. He thinks they'll have no effect. But he's just putting them on so it's not one more thing clanking around in his pockets.
They're not, they would clank around, but you wear them, they fit nice and snug. When you put them on, they kind of just mold right to your arm, and they're just the same size. You were told that they would fit right underneath where the armband's at on these uniforms. Go figure. But Jordan doesn't want to wear it. Lula, are you wearing yours?
Yeah, no. It's
Micah and Alex wearing theirs, and we'll say that Victor and Clarissa are wearing theirs. So only one not wearing it is Ash. That's just fine. That is a free country. Well, not really free around this, where we're at right now.
Yeah, exactly.
This is I'm free country.
Okay, so you put the uniforms on, you rush, you pile all your big items, the American uniforms, the American or the Allied rifles, Allied equipment and stuff like that clearly would stand out. Y'all push it up underneath the little stairwell that's kind of bombed out. You can hide it all there, knowing where it's at. Hopefully you'll find it again. And you rush out hearing the whistle, and you actually see out of the corner of y'all's eyes and down an alleyway or down to the street, Black Sun troops not running, but in a fairly good march, brisk walk, making their way back to the square area. Okay.
I'm just gonna try and match their pace, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got y'all. Yeah, you kind of you start moving along, and it doesn't take a couple. You're not that far off. I don't need to bring the map up, but yeah, and all of a sudden you fall in behind a couple of other guys that are in front of you, and you go around. It looks like y'all are going around on the eastern side where the trucks came in when y'all were watching before the events unfolded. Some trucks had pulled in from the east side, and yeah, as you come around that corner, you see Black Sun troops go right on in, and there are some on either side of the entranceway, like they're guarding, and they just kind of look and they just let the guys in front of y'all pass, and y'all continue on toward the entrance into the courtyard. Just following ladder. Am I saying, I'm asking, is that you're following right along?
I
Yes.
assume I am behind Alex at least, or at least I'm not leading, so I'm just doing whatever.
Yeah, following you.
Yeah.
Trying not to raise suspicion.
Yeah. You kind of fall in line and move into into the square. The guards that are sitting there just kind of are looking at y'all, and it's kind of like a eyeless gaze, just kind of follow you. And then they, as soon as you kind of pass by, their head stops and they go back to the next of you, and they just kind of slowly, but just watch. And you pass right on into the square area. And now you are seeing and can smell also, death there.
Quick question.
Yep.
Will the helmet cover my neck completely?
The coat will.
The coat will, because I'm a black guy, and I don't think they had black nasties.
If you check the chat, I put a reference photo of what they're wearing. Basically, they're completely covered.
I'd say you're good. I'd say you're good.
You're fine. Yeah, you would know, and it would fit right in the gas mask and the helmet and that high-browed collar, and you could pull it around to the front and button it up.
Do they wear gloves?
They have gloves. Every bit of their skin is covered.
All right.
With something.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Perfect.
This would be good to throw up on the stream for a minute.
Then y'all move in, and like I said, as soon as you get in the square, it is definitely the aftermath is still there of the massacre that you witnessed. Though most of the bodies, there are still a good dozen or so bodies lying on a pile next to two of the flatbed trucks. You see there are several that are inside the truck, and you watch as two Black Sun troopers grab a body. They bring it over to this, what looks like there's an officer type. He's got a mask, but he just got his accoutrements of his uniform. It shows him that he's an officer, and he's kind of pacing, waiting for them to bring over this body. And he looks down at it, and he nods at the troopers that have got the body, and they kind of make some incisions in the neck and the chest area, and they throw it up into the flatbed. I would say Clarissa, where's she at? She could see. I'm gonna give her a roll. Come here. I gotta grab. Let's see, a reason and medicine check. Reason and medicine check. There you go. Yep. And she kind of tells you, kind of whispers in there, they're selecting bodies for some reason. It looks like the ones that are least damaged. Y'all just kind of watch, and they do a couple more. And one body is definitely kind of pulls apart, and it sags, and the arm kind of rips out a little bit, and he shakes his head, and they take it over, and they just kind of throw it like, a dead animal into another pile. Yeah. So then you're kind of standing there for a second. You're watching, and a few more troopers are moving about. The couple walk in from the other side, what would be the east or the western side, bringing in what looks like a couple civilian bodies. And they bring them up to the officer, and he dismisses them. Other thing that catches your attention are two things. One, you got to watch Lula, because there are a group of engineers, probably 4 guys, that are working on a tank in one of the troop carriers. Kind of got the engines open, the panels to the engines, and they are in there, and they look around, and they kind of slap each other, pointing, and then they kind of get back into looking at what's going, the repairs that they seem to be performing. And next to them, guy barks real quick order, like, and the guys, those who speak German will hear him. And he's yelling, "Pay attention to your work." Is this powerfully tall, blonde man that's kind of looking over them, and he could tell he's blonde and man, because he's not wearing a mask. To like everybody else, he's clearly, his features are, quite clear that he, yeah.
And he has blue eyes, I guess.
Don't know that for certain.
We could get lost looking into those.
Yeah.
Case of mortal citizen.
You see, you can see, I'll look back up into the corner of the buildings where the gun nests were at, and you can see that do you see troopers up there pulling the machine guns, knocking over the bags, pulling the supplies that were up there, taking them apart. And then you hear another, like a kind of a hearty laugh, and you look over to where the tent was at, that had been, unfortunately, it looks like it's been re-erected back up because of all the mayhem that happened and the destruction there. And you see the one Black Sun officer that has the cane. He is sitting there, and he's got another gentleman, definitely a Black Sun officer, a little bit more average height, but his trench coat he's wearing is kind of a dark blue. It's not black. And he's rattling his fingers on the table, and they're kind of looking over and pointing at some papers on, that's in front of them that are looking over, and you can't really see what's going on from there. But you see a buzz of activity is going on as more troopers are piling, the rest of what are coming in from both exits and entrances to grab bodies, clean up, put supplies onto some trucks.
So we're all together, and we're within the courtyard, and all of these different points of interest are happening around us. We've got a tank, we've got some sort of leadership figure nearby the tank. You said the guy with
they're
the
in a tent. It's kind of in the middle center area. And there's a couple guards around it, but you can see that there's 2. You recognize the Black Sun, the main officer with the cane, who's the one that started the massacre. He's in there, yes. But there's a new guy with him that's clearly a Black Sun trooper, some type of officer too, because he's wearing the outfit in this blue coat.
And he's the blonde-haired dude.
No, blonde-haired dude was with the engineers.
So there's 3 leadership figures.
3 at least. Yep. Mm-hmm. Correct.
Any other leadership figures that we can determine just by watching this activity?
Nope.
And are we are we just standing around like idiots, or should we try to maybe make ourselves look useful?
Yeah, I think we should go grab some bodies.
Well, let's go grab some bodies.
As you're about to do that, the unmasked officer approaches you, pointing at the 6 of y'all, and points over to an Opel Blitz, which is one of the flatbed open trucks. And he is pointing at it, and he yells to you, Huxley, and he's telling you, get over there and fix that engine now. We need to get moving.
Micah will make a sharp turn, like a soldierly movement, and then he'll start marching over there.
I'll follow.
He's not going to say anything.
Follow.
I don't think we've heard these troopers talk, right?
Nope.
Like other than just like grunts and groans and stuff. So
not really. Yep. Mm-hmm. They didn't even cry out in pain when y'all killed them.
Oh, so that's really weird. So Micah's going to try to keep his mouth shut. So yeah, let's just march. Let's get over to where he pointed.
Give me an insight and persuasion test there, Micah.
I will help him
Can you?
if you get a success. Yeah.
An insight and persuasion.
Insight.
Okay. What am? Well, am I like my character of just marching? Okay.
You just
Or deceive or whatever.
Am I deceiving?
Well, you just click on observation and then change your skill to insight and make a roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said persuasion. Okay.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I said insight and persuasion. Sorry, my bad. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
But if he's deceiving,
Don't know.
matters. Okay.
Yeah. So
Three successes. Oh wait, no,
There's just
no, I
one
looked at the wrong. I looked at the wrong
but
thing.
it's
It
like,
doesn't.
what are
My
you
thing never
talking about?
scrolls down. Whenever somebody rolls, it doesn't scroll down.
Yeah.
It's
One
supposed
success.
to. Huh.
Yeah.
But you basically you chose the right deal. He didn't even believe that you were going to respond. He pointed to the truck and turned. He watched, but then he just it was like he didn't expect you to respond. He just expected you to obey and do what you were told to do.
Okay.
And and he stops and he's watching all the groups kind of fall in line, and he's just giving you a very scrutinizing stare. But then he moves back over to the other engineers that are working on the tank, and he berates a couple of them because they had stopped holding their tools in their hand, and they were watching the Black Sun troopers doing some things and just moving around, and they're just kind of looking at them and hitting each other like, look at that, what are they, what's going on. When you get up to the truck, you Lula almost begins to cry because the engine has taken some stray bullet hits, and it's in deep repair, and it's going to require a coordination and engineering skill test at difficulty of 2.
You got this.
To repair
Coordination
it.
and engineering. Micah will attempt to assist, but he's not very good.
Sorry, just engineering.
Coordination and engineering. But just plain up engineering. That's right. If I don't call out the specific skill of sub skill, then you just click on engineering, then change to coordination, and make me and it's a difficulty of 2.
I'm using one momentum. Oh, I clicked it myself. I know you said not to click it.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah.
Just don't let it happen again.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Or it becomes a difficulty of 3, pal.
Oh God.
On God.
Okay.
For real.
Okay, wait. So I'm about to roll 3 dice. Should I use 2 more to roll 4?
No.
It's up to y'all.
Just send it.
Is this
You're
something
getting
you
it.
get? Is this
Someone's
one of your
going to give you an
specialties?
assist.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
as
sending it.
long as you pass one, we say there you go. So you did it. You got to have a little faith there, Joel. Come on.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll 2. So it doesn't matter anyways.
Hey, you didn't pass. Way to go.
And then smash my finger inside of engineering.
So Lula just goes, damn, and under her breath, and she gets in there, and you start seeing, going to town like a surgeon, reaching out
Like a surgeon.
not even asking, just grabbing the wrenches and the tools and a big hammer to knock on a couple things, because German, even though German engineering is pretty damn good, it used a little help on a couple of things. But
You'd all just slow me down.
And he looks, and even a little NCO, not like a sub officer, NCO comes by and he barks at the rest of y'all to get in there and help her. You don't know it's a her because you're all, gas masked up and all that, and get in there and basically get this done now. And the rest of y'all are doing that. You check up every now and then, and you see then while you're doing this work, the last of the corpses are loaded up. The tent is pulled down, and the it takes you probably 20 minutes, because you are on top of this, and the rest of the troopers all start getting up into the trucks that are there. Finish up your repairs, and Lula, just right as you get done and all that, the big blonde engineer officer approaches you, and in a German voice with a slight Austrian accent to you, Micah, basically points to the truck that's there, the engineers are getting into, and he basically says, "Get to that when we leave now."
Sharp turn. Mike is going to start moving.
Okay.
Same.
Follow.
Mike is extremely, extremely nervous.
Okay. So, yep.
I may have peed a little.
Yep.
Well,
Y'all,
well-
everybody get into the truck. You watch Micah get into the truck in front of y'all. And who else is it? Who else speaks German in the group? There's one more, I thought.
Hellgate.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think Clarissa. Oh, and so does Clarissa, Brian's character. She speaks German too. So yeah, she basically points everybody and very casual, very succinctly, but not like over, aping or anything like that, but points to the truck, and everybody hops into the truck. And it, when y'all get, so actually, so as y'all are hopping in, this big German soldier, he basically the officer comes right up, and now y'all get a really good look at him. And though he might be considered definitely a handsome gent, he has a bionic eye.
Wow.
He has got an implant that clearly has got something covering his, actually, I should say eyes, honestly. You almost thought they were goggles for a second, but they are not. They are implanted, and you can see that they are in his, where his eye sockets are at.
Wow.
I've got an implant for him.
Mm-hmm. And he basically is looking at each and every one of y'all.
Don't say that.
And you see the engineers, kind of perk up, and basically come to attention. And then he, once y'all kind of board up, you basically yells out, and you hear, "Prepare to disembark" in German. And the trucks all fire up, and they all start filing out, headed out the east gate into town.
Okay. Questions. So we're all in one truck?
Yep, with engineers.
Okay, and there are engineers. How many engineers?
6 of them.
Shit. And are they normal
Yeah, they're not
dudes,
dressed.
or
They're
are
not. They don't have Black Sun uniforms on. No, they are regular engineers.
Fuck. Okay. Fuck.
And they've got trucks in front of you, and you got trucks behind you.
Can I just lock gaze with one of the regular people engineers and just stare at him to just make him uncomfortable as hell for this whole ride?
It's a Berg message. He's gonna tell me.
The Berg dog. Doing a little Berg dog check-in.
Yeah. He's not feeling well. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he did have a con up in Minneapolis.
Yeah, he's fine. He got a bug. It's fine. He's a dork.
I think Bashman posted a GIF of him in the chat, in the main chat.
Funny.
That's how he's feeling right now.
Yeah, so you stare at him, but they kind of, you're kind of expected, because they the engineers they stare at y'all, and he basically, one of them just kind of looks back at you like you're doing a staring contest, and they kind of giggle at each other a little bit, and they kind of rib each other, and they kind of.
These guys don't seem intimidated.
Yeah, they're not intimidated by y'all. Yeah, they kind of
like they didn't just watch all their Nazi compatriots get murdered by this other faction?
You have no idea. So,
Damn
but
it.
they were watching them load up bodies and stuff.
Are they are they armed?
Yes, they carry pistols.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All soldiers, no matter what they were, would be armed in some form or fashion.
I think we're screwed.
Yeah, and you see that they've got. Actually, you can make me insight and observation test. Here,
Okay.
Jeff can stare at them. Y'all can stare at them. Yeah,
We all do, or
you can. It's just up to you. Just make insight and observation. Y'all sit there, kind of.
I'll look over at Victor to see what he's doing. I was gonna say, man, if he had joined the call right at that moment, that would have been great.
Yeah, any success of one will only tell you that you see that the engineers, they have a weapon, but they have full body outfits on, covering everything but barring their face. So it's like full, working body outfits, not armor, but engineering overalls and heavy duty equipment that and normally would be for cold weather type set, but it's kind of warm here. So that's just strange, but they don't seem to be bothered by it. But they, definitely would have thought that they, just because of the climate here in France, that they would be dressed a little bit more looser outfits and all, but they're not. So they don't, but they're not bothered by it. So
can I roll my successes over to try to listen to their conversations as we're traveling and get an idea of what they're talking about? See if there's anything interesting or noteworthy other than just their banter.
It's banter. Yeah. Kind of like, they want to make sure that they obey. They hear them say of Commander Schroeder. Yeah, he's seems like a nice guy. At least he doesn't work us to death on repairs. They, normal talk. Wish I was home. Wish I had a piece of ass. Need a good shot. Need some, a good drink. Miss my wife. That kind of stuff. Typical banner. Don't seem intimidated at all by being in the truck with y'all. And yeah, so they're not hiding their discussions. They're not really whispering, but they don't even pay attention other than Jeff staring at them for a little bit. They stared back and they kind of laughed about it. And then they just shrugged that off and continue talking as all the trucks, as y'all, move through the country into out of town. You basically notice then after travel a little while that, you basically are leaving, the back area from Dunkirk and that all, and you kind of travel on, and then you come up over what would be a small hill overlooking what you can kind of see as a farm area down in the valley. And you can see that there are other trucks have pulled up, forming some lines, and supplies are being built out, and you see a couple of makeshift tents already starting to be populated, where there are just a few, but not a lot. But you can see that more and more are being pulled out of trucks, and then y'all, watch, and then your truck pulls up, and another NCO officer basically barks out, and he says, set up tents, you engineers, you belong in backside, and he points to an area, kind of, back northwestern area of this little field outcropping. You can see engineers there, and you look and you see some other vehicles that are opened up. One's got one of the trucks that was ahead of y'all. Looks like it wasn't quite repaired right, and it's already smoking, the engine's smoking. So you can see it's been pulled over there. And then there's this other big object sitting back there. You can't quite tell what it is. And they're starting to erect small tents, some big tents, and you were told, and the other engineers get out, and they start heading over there, and they grab a couple of crates that look like, they're where the tents are being pulled out of, and some equipment and all that, and they're headed off that direction, that field.
Do we have orders yet?
He basically said, engineers, go set up tents over there. He looked at all of y'all, didn't even,
Oh,
Right.
okay.
I guess we go help set up tents over there, dude. Good little German soldier, yes.
Micah goes.
Yeah, you grab some crates that say, those who read German say tents. Okay.
Yeah, but it's probably like
Sensen Schnucken Mackenhausen. Translates to
Exactly.
10.
Yeah, where's Roz at?
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
McRib in German?
There's
Oh,
not.
I
It's
don't know.
called
Micken Macken Piggin Flocken.
McDeath. Okay. McFailure. Okay. Okay.
Bernstein.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe y'all gotta set up some tents. And just keep Lula from going over to where the truck's at. They basically engineers point to y'all to some small tents, and then there's a bigger tent kind of being set up right next to it that looks like some more engineers are putting in tools and all that, and you begin to see, as you're helping with tents, but y'all can make me some coordination and engineering.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, seriously, where the hell is engineering?
I'm going to show you in a second.
Third line down in the skills.
Yeah, in the skills, engineering and coordination.
On the abilities tab.
What's the difficulty?
Tent is Zelt. Is that
I don't have
Difficulty 6.
difficulty 1?
I don't have engineering.
Yeah, you do. Most certainly you do. No, he doesn't. Whoa.
Oh,
He does.
yeah, that's messed up.
All right.
Hold on, did I miss? Hold on, let me.
He doesn't.
I somehow missed that. Good call, Ash. I'll add that in. I must have missed adding that to your
I
skill.
was really wondering.
Yeah, no.
where the
shit,
hell.
Shinola. Let me fix that real
was.
quick. That's uncool. That is truly uncool. Talent.
You think I'm stupid and can't
No, I don't think you're
engineer?
stupid.
What is he,
Now.
stupid? Doesn't know how to put a 10 up? What is he?
Items, magic.
No wonder you're a permanent P1.
This is why he's in E1. He couldn't
There
put a
you go.
10 up.
Now you do.
I see it now. Okay, perfect. So
Do you have
just
any-
engineering and
Coordination.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Just need just one success.
Turns out you're pretty good at it.
Oh, almost a 20.
How about 2?
Yeah.
All right, so I think
oh.
Micah...
Okay. By the way, just 1 second. I saw in the rules that the complication lower when you raise the difficulty. So if it's a difficulty 3, it's gonna be 18, 19, or 20.
It does.
Oh, really?
That is right. I knew I
Right.
read that somewhere.
Well,
Okay.
is there a way to convey that in the Foundry rules? Because I don't think it's programmed
It's
that
not
way.
there. I have to. It's so the starter
You need
set.
a little modifier.
Maybe, it's just I'll call it also say that the GM can make the call, but then present it to the players also for discussion.
Well, Foundry doesn't know the difficulty. So.
No, Foundry
That's why
doesn't.
it'd be cool if you could set like a little thing, just like party momentum.
Yeah.
Just set
One of
like
these
whatever
days,
the
hopefully
difficulty
they'll
is.
agree to put the rule set in Foundry official. Until this was just it's a third party add-on done by fans. So by a guy named Muttley, I believe, in Foundry, who has done this
Great
one.
name.
And he did another one too. But I like at least he got this done, and he had Modiphius's
Thank
permission
you,
to do it.
Muttley.
Pour one out for Muttley.
Yeah, Muttley. Yep, because I asked him some questions about it and getting it to work. Okay, so yeah, so you notice that you take some time and you begin to notice that hold the line among the wolves. Okay, I added among the wolves, village wolves. Okay. About to give y'all Wolf Slayer activate.
Wolf Slayer activate.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Nikes. This place is humongous.
That's
and we must
what she said.
Where are we?
Guys, I'm going to show you. Hold on. I got to change to the combat scene. Okay.
There's 10.
Yeah,
There's a
so
messy
y'all
10.
in the upper right left-hand corner. Okay, in the engineering tent sections.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
that's where you've been working. Okay,
all the tanks are up here.
there's some stuff up there. There is. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Okay. Yeah, you've kind of
That's no
noticed that
tank.
there's a mess tent south of you that's already got some of the officers and some of the Blackson that were first here had already kind of been, you could say that they were, ordered to go get them mess. The trooper trends where all Blackstone troopers are over there to the northeastern side, and some of the officers, NCO types, are in the southern western side. And you will also notice that groups of 2 patrol constantly in their areas all around all 4 quadrants of the map. You will see them indicated on the map. Okay, they patrol, and then you've got a couple that patrol in the internal area, around the mess area, in the officer's tent, in basically a command tent that looks to be in the center area, comings and goings, and boom.
What the hell is that tank?
Well,
like
we'll get to that in a second. Just hold your horses, because there's something there and it looks weird, but it's covered up though, so it's got a big old tarp over it. And night, y'all basically, night has fallen, and you're heard a barking officer. One of the NCO officers comes up to the engineers and y'all and barks at y'all to make your way to the mess for dinner.
Okay, by the way, I need to pee.
Okay, where's the bathroom on this map?
Or are you talking about in character?
In character.
Ash needs to pee. You just got
Well,
to let
there's
it
a tent.
people role play peeing.
Yeah, well, there's a tent right up to your north western quadrant that's a latrine. They're kind of on the outskirts, Okay.
Yeah, but you have to give Duff a coordination survival role.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But
by the way, I do that out of sight of anyone.
Well, yeah. Well, so you're about to do that, and the NCO officer is pointing toward the mess, and expecting y'all to go, and the big tent that's right there to to the right of where the little tents are at, you'll see that big, tall, goggle-eyed commander comes walking out, washing it. Well, it's got like a handkerchief, and he's kind of wiping his face and all that, and he points to the NCO and he dismisses them. I will handle my troops. And he looks at y'all and he reaches in back to the tent, and he comes back. He says, he points to y'all to wait for a second. And he gets back in the tent and he comes out and he gives y'all each a set of rations and canteens. And he basically says, make use of this tent here to eat. No need to go to the mess tonight. And he points to the big tent that's right there. And he says, the little tents y'all can share. 2 of y'all, there's 3 of them will be for you to use, 2 apiece, bunk up there. Those are for your personal tents for tonight. You work for me. Now go eat.
I'm still peeing.
Staring him dead in the eyes as he cuts loose.
You can leave now, but he stopped y'all before you left.
What skill check do I need to make to write my name on the ground?
I will take your momentum away. You guys have butchered him and taught him bad habits.
What? Not all of us. I just
all
want
3 of
tanks.
you taught him bad. I thought Christian would be better than that, but he's already stooped.
Christian is not better than that.
I'm role playing.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Micah does an about face and just goes directly into the tent. He's trying to break line of sight as quickly as possible.
Well, there's nobody in there. He motions for the engineers to go do their thing. They head off to the mess tent. He motions for the 6 of y'all to get into that main tent, and then he walks out, closes the flap, and he says, when done,
I close my flap.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I can see he's already madness. I say.
Just let leave it open. Let some air flow through.
Let it float around.
I'm a
He
proud
says, "Yeah,
father
he's done. Leave the canteens and mess kits here and retire for the night. We will reconvene in the morning. The smaller tents are for you to sleep in." And
I'm very confused about the life cycle of these things that we've assumed the identity of. Like, are they dead or undead? Do they sleep? Do they eat? Like, it's very strange.
Well, he just told you to go to sleep in those tents.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, I had the idea. Like, I think it was because of freaking what's his head, the medic girl. That guy was like, "Oh, there's zombies," and like now I'm not sure if there's zombies.
She told you that they weren't. Y'all remember you did some checks and they're not dead.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
Yeah, they're not.
I said zombies.
This is your fault.
He said zombies.
You got me all messed up, man. You got me all messed up. He said zombies.
No,
and I
they're
wanted
not
to believe
zombies.
it.
They're not dead. They've been operated on, or things have been done to some of them, experiment wise.
Okay.
They're mostly dead.
Do I have a set? I don't know if I have a good sense of direction. Like, I don't have any great survival skills, but I'm trying to get an idea of how far we might have traveled in the vehicle. Was it several hours?
It was definitely several hours.
Minutes?
Yeah, it was
oh
several
my
hours.
God, we're so far away. We're so far away. Fuck. We're screwed, man.
Wasn't
we're
far.
We're out here in the middle of
nowhere.
nowhere.
Wasn't like half a day. It was a couple hours, and But what are we? You're in the tent. Y'all are. There's nobody else around you.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's. I think we need to take turns. How many tents do we have? Like, is it 2 to a tent? And there's 3 tents.
Yeah, there's a bunch of tents there, but y'all are been doled out that you can have 2. You bunk up, 2 of you sleep together. There's 3 tents,
and it's nighttime
right now. It is definitely nighttime right now. Yep.
Okay. Well, can we? I think we should come up with a plan. Like, we want to try to do some surveillance tonight.
We also don't want to risk it as it will take some time to monitor all the patrols that we have going on in this camp.
Yeah.
We don't want to blow our cover on the first night.
And we can't really discuss anything openly, right?
We can whisper amongst ourselves, but we can't. Like,
you don't have.
we can never take our masks off because we're too healthy. We're not like cut up and stuff, so we'd immediately be and some of us don't look German like Micah does. I gotta check my privilege here. Micah is a full-blooded German, so if he takes his mask off, as a matter of fact, that might be an idea. What if Micah knocks out one of somebody and then goes and poses as like another, like a non stormtrooper or whatever? I just kind of blend in with the regular engineers perhaps, or something, or maybe like a low ranking officer where he'd probably do better because he's dealt with that kind of stuff in the past. In his backstory, he's dealt with like espionage and surveillance. He's got a pretty good deception score. He can listen in on stuff and probably like fake his way through a quick conversation. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here. He's not really great with stealth. I don't think he would do well just stomping around as a stormtrooper. Like, we would just get ordered to do stuff and we wouldn't be able to really. I just don't know yet. What do you guys think? This seems like prime time, though.
We'll communicate. You all suck at repairing vehicles, so I'm exhausted and I'm hungry.
Well, you have
and
food
I suck
right
at
in front of you
stealth
right now.
And I'm like, I suck at stealth, so I'm gonna plow through my food and go pass out. Unless you guys could suddenly learn how to fucking help around a car. That was horrendous performance from you all.
Excuse me, I had 1 success.
hey, we all had successes. Nobody failed.
It's like, man, she's like, you actually did do a great job at handing me that one wrench that one time. That was spectacular.
That's all I had to do.
Hey, great job pulling that lever, Gordon.
Wrong lever.
Pull the lever, Gronk.
How do I I want to show y'all. So this is kind of what you're kind of seeing outside. Show players.
Oh God. A little not safe for work warning.
Hey, whatever. Hey,
It's the undead. It's the undead.
so
STG-44s.
yeah, that's what you're seeing. Some of the men don't have masks on, but they're very pale. A lot do have the mask, but you see basically how they're dressed. Okay. A couple of guys have got their face looks kind of like this, kind of melted off of them, or they've got like cheesecloth over the side of them, very pale, or they're wearing a cheesecloth, kind of like a mask. They move very stiffly, a lot of them, but they move around in pairs, and they do not talk. You definitely have noticed that.
Well, I'm Irish, so I already fit in with the pale part.
Yeah. So there you go. That's kind of what you're seeing.
They don't talk. Shit, man. So if I wanted to try to like have a conversation, I would need to be in a different uniform. See that there's a disadvantage to this uniform, which is I cannot use my strengths, which involve talking. So I would need to find a different uniform if I really want to blend in and be able to converse and collect intel that way.
But also, they don't expect you to say anything, and nobody really cares that you're present. It's like you're there, but they don't care. They'll just still talk about whatever.
I'm thinking like 2-man team, walk around the place and just see if we can find any interesting shit to like surreptitiously inspect. And if we're 2-man teams, so we can just stop whenever there's like a group of people coming by. So we're just like standing patrol, perhaps. And they can just tell us like, what the fuck are you doing? Go somewhere else. And then we can just march away, go around a corner, break line of sight, and then continue our little shenanigans.
True. I think that might be a good idea for tomorrow. Tonight we should probably at least get some rest, because I know some of us have received wounds.
We could benefit from the cover of darkness, though.
It's definitely dark, but there's plenty of light. There's some campfires, but then as you see, there's lanterns hung about. But so it's dark and shadowy, but it's definitely not, non-lit up. So it's a camp. And there
you mentioned recovering from wounds. I remember reading in the rules it's fairly easy to recover from injuries. I just need to go and find it again. But we took several hours of downtime just sitting in the back of that truck. I'm not sure if that would count for anything.
But if y'all are hurting and all that, you've got Clarissa who can get into the tent with y'all. And
I was just using it as a role play excuse to not do anything tonight. So
okay. Well, it seems like that's the direct. No, that seems like your leadership decision to make. All right, healing up. Agents are hardy individuals, and unless they're defeated, they recover all their stress at the beginning of a new scene, provided there is sufficient time to rest from the previous scene.
There it is.
Okay, well, is it a new scene or?
Yeah, well, most certainly, yeah.
Okay.
So you would have your stresses be gone. You could go reset back to normal. I have no problem with that. Yep.
At the end of each scene, each agent can be treated with a single reason plus medicine test made at a difficulty of the treater's choosing. The treater? Who's a treater?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Clarissa.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But reset your stress back to normal. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, but it seems fairly easy normally, which I'm kind of surprised by. Normally, getting hit points back in a game like this is exceptionally hard.
Well,
at the moment, it'll be easy. Later on,
I guess it's like D&D. We're superheroes, basically.
Right? No, you're not. So don't even think about that. You're not a superhero.
Micah feels like
yes, we are.
It's not like Dungeon Crawl Classic, though.
Micah feels like the Ubermensch. He's the Ubermensch.
Nay.
Uber Farvernugen.
Uber Nugan.
All right.
So it sounds like we're not doing anything tonight. We're just going to let the night pass without any element of surprise or any intel gained.
Nothing. That's fine. You all can turn in, shut your tents.
Is this rural?
It's a field. Yeah. There's a farm down in the valley area where y'all kind of even farther down where y'all are at. You kind of saw that when you came up over the hill. But this is set, but you're between, you're between the big town y'all just left and farther off where this farm's sitting at. Yeah.
Okay. So I could use my tracking as my stealth. That's one of my talents. Fieldcraft. No, survival. Yeah, survival instead of stealth. And survival.
Are you not sleeping tonight then? While everybody else is?
Well, I don't know.
I need to know.
Micah's interested in doing something tonight. If one of you guys wants to do something tonight, Micah's interested.
Yeah. Let's do something.
What do you have in mind? Now, here's the thing. They really
should not have drawn that tank the way they did.
I really want to go check out that weird tank thing. If we're positioned in that top left corner, hang on, I got to close this little window thing. If we're positioned in that top left corner,
I think
next to these trucks and tanks, I think Micah, one of the first thing Micah wants to do is try to figure out if one of these trucks can be driven out of here if we need a quick getaway.
Oh yeah, they are. They're fine. They seem to be fine with them. Yeah. Those trucks that are parked there, one that brought you in, but there's one, it's not to scale the map, but there was one that kind of pulled in partially into the tent. That was the one that was smoking, and seemed to have an issue. And the engineers got it set up, but they're not, they were all turned in to go to sleep after they went down to the mess, and y'all have kind of seen it, done y'all's thing, and kind of watched a little bit from where y'all at this big tarp, and they talking about they're tired. We'll look at it in the morning.
Okay.
So he'll go with you, and if we're just stormtroopers, you might not even need to be stealthy. We can just kind of go like side by side and just march over there.
There's some troopers right next to y'all. There's some troopers right by the tank. You see them there.
And we can just walk by and appear to be on patrol. I'm hoping. And then once we're out of sight,
I need kind of tell me what you want, what you're playing.
We're just wargaming it right now. We're just talking it through. What do you think, Christian?
Those guys are staying there, right? They're not patrolling.
They patrol, but they don't go far out. They just kind of stay in that general vicinity because you see them, and they've got their zones that they kind of patrol. And these guys are patrolling that little quadrant area.
Okay, it's just that there's a tarp over the tank, right?
There is a tarp over the tank. That is correct. What looks like a tank. You can see it's got it's got tracks underneath it. Definitely a tank origin, but you don't know.
Okay,
it's just
the
got
tarp,
that funny thing at the front of it, and it looks like it's a little big on the top. You don't know what the hell.
So there. Yeah, we see that it's not normal. It's not a tank gun, right?
No, well, you don't know. It's got a tarp over it.
The tarp falls down, and it's pretty wide, right?
Well, it's tied down right now, sir.
Okay. Oh, it's tied down.
It's tied. Yeah, this is covered up. It's not haphazardly done.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't read into what the map's showing you. That's for later. But it is covered up right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go beside it and peek under the tarp when the other guys are not there.
Yeah, okay, we can time it. And if you want to
Yeah.
lead the way with a roll, Micah can either assist or not. I don't know.
Okay.
It is a agility and stealth check at difficulty of 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Micah's not terribly good at that.
What did I say that I could use? Fieldcraft. You may use survival instead of stealth when attempting to conceal yourself or avoid attention in a rural environment. So
I'll
that
allow
means
it.
that okay, can use survival,
You may.
survival and agility, right?
Correct.
And I'll use 1 momentum to add a die.
Roger. And I would assume you're assisting too.
Yes.
You're
So
gonna
here we
need to.
go.
There you go. You got it. Nicely done.
Wow, that was close, boys. That was close.
Hey, he was like, wait.
Micah trips
Yeah.
over something, and he's
That's
in
exactly
English,
what he
said-
did. Good call. I'll even
Mike-
grant because you did that. I'll give your momentum back because he just said wait, and you did what he said this time. So, what you will see or discovered some degree is it is definitely a chassis of a tank, but the tarp is covered over. You can't get a good look at it. It is dark to some degree, but it is definitely some type of drill bit, something huge, like a big corkscrew type deal, that would,
What the hell?
it's weird looking, and it's got contraptions and cables around it, and looks like, the guts of the tank have been definitely, there's a chassis on top of it, but the turret head is gone and all that, and it's been covered over, makeshift metal, kind of a roofing to it. You can't see inside it, but this big corkscrew device is attached to the front of a tank, and you're able to just notice that before Micah, taps you on the shoulder and, motions that they're coming back.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So we'll just put the tarp back on, and I look at him, and I do like towards another tent. I don't know.
Okay. You want to keep exploring, or is this enough information for you for now? Micah would have indicated he would
Yeah.
want to maybe peek his head inside the giant tent that's right next to us and get an idea what's in there. Maybe it's
You're
like a
in the
workshop.
giant tent.
Yeah,
Y'all were in that.
that's
one.
our tent.
Oh, I didn't
No,
know.
you're okay. No, you're in the little tents here.
On the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, but the big tent just south of the trucks is where y'all were told to go eat when y'all were given. That's the repair area. There's tools and a truck's kind of pulled in there halfway with it's opened up to look at the engineers we're going to look at in the morning. And
that's
so
where we sleep, right?
that's where that's where you work. The engineers are working. Y'all are in the smaller tents to the left or to the east.
Okay.
Okay, those are y'all sleeping tents. But the big
All
tent, well, you think is Schroeder, the guys with the bionic eyes, he'd come out of there and gave y'all the food and the canteens and said to eat in the big tent. And so that's kind of where y'all were at. And then we're shown the smaller tents where you could sleep for the night, where some of y'all are sleeping right now. Okay.
Okay.
Do we think that's where Schroeder is like?
No, you
living and
never. You
working?
saw him. He walked off. You have not seen him since.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
You would think you've seen the
let's
officer
do-
tent. You kind of maybe know that that's in the southeastern quadrant.
let's go back to sleep, I guess. Or did you want to do something else?
Well, there are many things I'd like to do here, but I would like to have more personnel on staff. So for now, we'll just follow the good Irishman's advice. We'll just get some sleep for tonight. Tomorrow's another day.
Okay.
Right, old man?
So we sleep with our uniforms on.
Mike
And
is
our
going to sleep
gas
with his
mask.
mask on, which is kind of wild. I think he'll crack it because he's probably like sweating profusely and just like,
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
You said it's warm. So it's like these big, heavy uniforms and he can't
It's
reveal
warm.
his face. He's probably just like cracked it. and hopefully no one just walks up and sees his fresh, pale baby face.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take a quick intermission break here since we're not going to be running the full session tonight. So we can grab a drink and grab the bathroom, and then we'll come back and continue on to see what they discover.
I already went to the bathroom.
Oh, shush. Okay, you guys, I'm totally disappointed in you, Christian. Totally disappointed in you. You've come over to the dark side. I guess we probably should have expected that. It didn't take
Rejects,
long.
one of us.
Exactly.
One of us. One of
Anyway,
us.
folks, we'll be back in a second, man.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Who's setting up shop? We got a cleric paladin who's also setting up shop. We're gonna call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
that would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
We will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses. We don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted
This mountain is reserved for patrons.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white coffee material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice. Who was done it?
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at a snack bar just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around
Wow.
hundreds of years into the future.
Why mess with a good thing,
Go ahead and
right?
clip that one, guys. You can send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Brother, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Anything that's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here now.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man, start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff, give me 5, let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go! It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill, give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, da doom, doom, da doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, doom. Doomy, 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 doom, doom, doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown, couched in a soft bun, and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Happen. Let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Does a horse have a? Ooh, it's going for the
deception for a horse.
Yeah, a horse
I
has got
love it.
deception. So the horse goes up and you see it. It's looking a brief second. It looks at the plant like maybe it's something even tastier, but then it sticks out his tongue and it pulls back, and then it backs up. It's got the sugar cube in its mouth and its eyes go boing, as his eyes just go, and it starts woo, and it starts bucking, and it just and he was looking at something in his hand, and he is standing up, and he grunts out, "Who the F are you? What are you doing here?"
Original way back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
Alrighty, we're back live. All right. Yep, just chatting. Hope everybody's doing well. Got a couple of viewers in there I hadn't seen before. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Rejects. Thank
We
you
apologize.
for dropping by. We're doing, like I said, we're doing a little Achtung, Cthulhu here, and hopefully soon we'll be running some other stuff. It's just been a while.
It's been a while.
Took a 2-year break, roughly. So, except for all the con work that we do, that was keeping us really busy.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Yeah,
a
little bit.
All the production we were doing for cons, for conventions. But yeah, we're a little break now. Anyway, so let's get back to the game here. We'll play for another hour or so, into a little early. But the group has found themselves in the Black Sun camp. Go figure. The mission is on track so far. And they're in the engineering section in the north western part of camp. They have been given tents. They went to the Sleepy Inn, count their sheep, sing their little sleepy lullabies.
Not CEP.
And spoon sleep with each other. Yeah, not much, if the night passes by and then Jeff went dark, he's scared. Then you begin to hear, I don't know how the Germans would announce, awakening. If it wouldn't be a trumpet blower. I don't know, maybe it was a bullhorn, or basically an NCO moving around going, get your asses out of bed.
Right.
Loud fart.
During the night though, Duff.
What now? You
Alex starts kind of tossing and turning. He starts having these like recurring nightmares that he just continuously has, and so he kind of is a little startled and kind of wakes up and puts his stuff on and kind of goes walking around.
Wait, you're doing this before you just pulled that shit on me after you said everybody went to sleep and you couldn't say anything. Really?
I was waiting until everybody else got done doing whatever they were doing.
Okay, we back up a couple hours, folks, before they wake you. Okay, they do this all the time. Okay, got to throw me a curveball on purpose. And what are you trying to do?
Jeff burned 2 stress for your flashback.
Yeah, you gave me 2. You know what? You gave me 2 threats for doing that. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay.
I was just kidding. There's a Blades in the Dark reference.
Actually, you know what? You actually, because you know why? Your cat wakes you up in the middle of the night.
Oh, he's looking for a litter box. You didn't bring the litter box?
So go talk to Ash. He's expert in pee. But okay, I'm like, wake up, and I'm like, what the?
She jumps on you.
What the hell are you doing?
And she, paws at you, and then she basically gives you a signal. She basically hops down and she walks to the entrance of the tent and looks back at you, and then walks back out. Walks out the tent.
What the hell? I'm so tired. God. Fine. I start kind of mumbling and grumbling to myself. Probably just muttering and mumbling words of another language of, profanities that I don't know.
Out loud?
Like, just kind of like mumbling to myself. Like,
she basically goes about 10, 15 feet south and turns around and watches you, looks back at you again. And she starts heading eastward, southeastern, like she's headed toward the officers area. And she keeps turning back, watching you.
Okay, I'll kind of like poke my head out of the tent, kind of look around, like, okay, and then try to follow the cat without raising a whole lot of suspicion.
I need an agility and stealth check at difficulty of 2, please.
No shit.
Can I roll for the cat?
No.
You said agility, stealth?
Agility and stealth at a difficulty of 2.
No shit. Okay. I'm burning some momentum.
How many?
3.
That's 2 dice. All right. That's a
Mm-hmm.
roll of 4 dice, please. Can he do it? And he did. And you get a momentum piece back. Nicely done. Okay.
What was the difficulty level?
2.
Oh, okay.
So, yep, she definitely is asking you to follow her, and you make your way back to the officer's tent area, and you will see that there are 2. We'll put them. Where will we put these guys? We're going to put them right in the center area. How do you? I know you can. What's the? Right here. See my indicator? And you'll see that when I indicate on the map?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's all the way on the right-hand side next to the
down there. Yeah, down there in the area. And you see the 2 German officers that were in the massacre area, you know, in the tent looking over stuff together. The one guy with the cane and the other one with the blue overcoat. And they're standing over one of the bodies that they brought, one of the German air troop bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And there is definitely the most of the body is uncovered, except for it's basically, you know, they at least left the dignity of some underwear on it, so he's not hanging out. But everything else the clothes have been ripped off of him, and you know what they are, but there are ruin marks and markings drawn all over the corpse. And they were
what in the actual fuck
yeah,
are they
and you
doing?
can see them waving their arms and looking down and making some gesticulating turns to the sky and all that. They're doing some type of ritual. And the man let's see, yeah, Stoller was the man y'all were looking at, I believe. Hold on, I'm checking to make sure I get the names right here, because I don't want
yeah, because Schroeder's the guy with the implant, right?
He is not there. He is not involved with it, but I'm trying to
I'm just making sure I got my names right too.
Yeah, I'm trying to make certain that the speaker I'm trying to make sure that I get the names right, because I don't want to. Basically, it's the God dang it, they've got Man in the Mask is German speakers. Lang, the speaker's Lang. Okay, so you don't know that, but okay. So it is the man with the blue coat. He is sitting there. He makes his turn, and he basically, when he turns, he kind of trips over the foot, you know, kind of in his gesticulation. He kind of grabs his foot by accident, you know, trips, and he falters, and he kind of catches himself, and he breaks his chanting mode. Well, damn, that the guy with the cane and all that just clocks him upside the head, knocking him backwards, and is bitching at him for. And you speak German, right? Yeah. So you didn't quite understand the words. It was a mix of German and some other language, the chanting. But he goes, "You blithering, you know, incompetent ass,
nincompoop!
You want to kill us? You know, that is the incorrect. We must focus on what you're doing. You clearly are incapable of animating this corpse." And he basically takes over and says, "We'll try again tomorrow. You're dismissed." You have what's called gained knowledge of the Black Sun 1.
Ooh.
What? Whoa.
It is a truth.
The personal
Knowledge of the
truth?
Black Sun that they are spellcasters, you know, using arcane magic, and they're trying to do something with reanimating the dead. Caught
So
that.
I was right the whole time.
No, trying to reanimate. Hey. Hey? Yes.
What in the world are they? No, they can't be doing.
Meow.
And she basically,
Shut
yeah,
up,
she,
fucking
yeah, yeah, she basically does scratch at you, and she kind of starts heading back quickly to your tent. You can see
Yes, get the fuck out of here now that there's just okay.
she wanted you to see something, and she showed you. Okay. Now, anybody else want to throw me a curveball before we finish the nighty night scenario?
Actually, before Jeff had done that,
we flash back to the scene with Micah and Ash, and we turn around and Lula's there. Ah, Jesus. Hey guys,
She's spooning her big monkey wrench.
What you got here?
Caressing it. Okay. Okay. Anyway, anybody else? Are we done? Say if I had Brian and Matt here, they'd throw me a curveball. So luckily they're not here tonight. So
I'm going to go play with my Farvin Nogan.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Matt, his character probably will want to do something, so we'll so we'll have something. We'll still have another night here because I don't want to totally end this. Okay, so if nothing else, then you will be woken up by an NCO officer moving around, yelling, grab your jocks, grab your foods, get everything together. It's we can't sleep all day. There's a war to be won, a British to be killed. Okay. And you can see the engineers there. You can hear them mulling about. What do we do?
Toad the line. It's Black Sun time.
Okay, guys. Well, now what?
You're
Now
hungry. You got to get out of the tent quickly. Schroeder's not around.
I guess we can just go get some food then. And then from there, we can maybe listen to some Scuttlebutt and get an idea of where we can go next. We just stand in line at the mess tent for like 4 hours and wait for the food. Wait for the one Nazi PFC cooking the watered down eggs in a bag.
You call this an omelet?
It's hard egg soup, sir.
Right. So you can go into the tent. You can kind of see that not everybody that there's some patrols are still out. They're they've been changed out. But you're fairly, they're pretty nondescript. You can't tell apart. But there might be a few subtle hints that the guys that are there are different from before. But they still patrol, move about. There are no officers in this area. NCO staff type there, and the Black Sun troopers that do move in there. You think you might hear a soft whisper every now and then.
Where?
Out of the mess tent area. But there might be a couple as they move through the area. Very soft, very, very low in their talk when they're moving about.
So this is interesting. So how many non-Black Sun troopers are there? Because you mentioned there were 6 engineers.
Their engineers are about the only ones that you see that are not wearing Black Sun outfits. Everybody else is definitely heel to toe Black Sun.
Okay.
Except the guy in blue.
And the officers.
The officers have different, but they still have the accoutrements, the armbands, the long coats.
Even the guy in blue?
The guy in blue has it all. His coat's just not black, it's blue. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's not a hubbub of talking and discussion.
Not that you can tell. Not in the mess tent. There's a soft whisper every now and then, but it's quick. You know, they basically, you might, when they're passing each other or they're standing in line, there might one whisper something real quick, and you know, so they're not all. You know, there is some speaking going on. You just can't see what they're talking about.
This really changes the character of the mission. It's not like we can eavesdrop because they're not talking. So we just need to put eyes on stuff and just snoop around. This is going to be very tricky now. Let's just go through the line and cause minimal distraction. And then I think our next move is to try to find a way to start poking around in places we don't belong and make it look like we do belong. I don't know how. I think maybe just, what if we do some rounds just walking around the camp at large and just try to get eyes on interesting locations.
And stay in pairs?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think one German to one non-German. That way we can help each other out as far as that.
So give me the pairs.
Sorry. Goddamn. Who the hell is Huxley? Micah will pair it with Alex and the cat.
We don't want to do that.
German.
We both speak German.
Yeah, I know. Lula goes solo to the tank. Ash goes back for his midday nap. And the con man, the archaeologist and the medic. I think they were developing a love interest sort of situation, so they can just.
She speaks German. I don't believe he does. No, he does not. He speaks Hungarian, but no. So you're going to put some together with non-German?
No, I was joking. Okay. It can be me and Ash again. It's up to Alex to decide the pairs, honestly.
Alex, he hasn't damn commanded since he took the role. You're looking at
Hey, a good leader can delegate, all right?
You don't even delegate.
You got it? All right,
you don't even delegate.
You taking charge of this? You stepping up, showing initiative? Hell yeah, that's what I like to see. Good job.
Following in your footsteps, your heavy footsteps, footfalls.
All right, give me the group again there, Micah. You're the one in charge. He ain't making decisions.
I'll say, since we only have 4 of us right now.
The other 2 are sleeping in.
Oh, Clarissa and
those 2 can be off and doing their thing.
They're actually back at the tents. Yeah, after they.
Micah and Ash can go together because Michael speaks German. I'll go with Lula because I speak German.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we eat.
So you come out of the tent. Clarissa and Victor go back toward your engineering to their tents. Okay.
Holding hands.
Yeah. Kind of marching, kind of looking like they're, walking that way, patrolling, having a purpose.
They're holding hands and skipping.
Yeah. Ash and Michael, where are you going? Or what do you want to do?
You lead and I'll follow.
Let's just let's do a wide circle around like the farthest edges of the perimeter and just kind of put eyes on as many tents as we can and look for congregations of people. Try to see if there's any more non-stormtrooper, mindless dudes. If there's anybody that we could potentially get close to and eavesdrop on, where they're actually having conversations. Or if barring, if that doesn't work, then we're just continuing to move and just trying to get an idea of all of the tents, where everything is.
I have no problem with that. There's several things that can happen there. Okay, so that's one thing y'all are doing. What is Lula and Alex doing?
I think we would have told them about the tank-like object in the morning.
She saw it. Just saw it. Plus, she saw the truck that needed working on. So
we would have mentioned there's some sort of thing right next to our sleeping tents. It's sort of like a tank. It's sort of like, I don't know. There's something going on the front of it.
Something to breach walls or tunnel underground, maybe. That's weird.
Something you want to look at, Lula. Something you're gonna want to look at.
I already had a dream about it.
Is that what you're going to narrate to us? It's like before the morning, Lula has a 15-minute long dream sequence.
Oh God.
So basically, the dream started with Lula.
Well, funny that you mentioned that, because as y'all are kind of looking at each other and mulling about, and then come out of the tent, Schroeder comes
Jesus.
up and he marches, and he's making a beeline right for Lula.
Oh God.
And catches y'all there, and you know, he walks up to y'all and is kind of waiting for y'all to. Do you know what he's waiting for? He's kind of looking at y'all as y'all standing there, kind of looking at him dumbfounded.
I don't think so. I think I'm going to try to ignore him unless he gives me a direct order. Like me and Ash will just start moving out.
He doesn't even pay. He's looking at Lula and Alex. Alex, you're going to make me a observation insight check, or
inside observation.
Yeah, well, just whatever. Yeah. Just
Okay.
make me an observation check, whatever. Tactics, whatever you want to make it. Difficulty of 1.
Oh, tactics. Okay.
Whatever. You know what? I'm trying to make sure his commander, at least he's got some use for the shit that he's given as a character. That his player's not using. Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
I'm about to say that was total failure.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Is Micah and Ash still there in the vicinity?
No, y'all. Y'all walked off.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm just. There you go. He basically is waiting for you to come. He basically is walking up and waiting for you to come to attention, like you should as good soldiers.
Oh,
we just
snap to. Yeah, I'll snap to attention. I was like,
just wave.
All right.
Exactly.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah. Do you tell Lula what? Do you give Lula
I know that we're behind enemy lines. I do exactly what he does as soon as he does it.
There you go. All right, just making sure.
I was kind of like do the like elbow bump as I'm snapping to attention.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
So he basically, he pulls up to you, and and you basically hear him say, in a light French accent, Lula, oh, there you are. Please, you work good with engines. Follow me. And he turns around.
Follow.
And he heads up north. He heads back toward the engineering tents. Alex, what do you do?
He didn't tell me to do anything. I'm still standing at attention.
Yeah, well, he didn't. He didn't. Yeah.
God
he,
damn it.
He leaves Alex there. He wanted Lula. Hey.
No, I'll like I literally will do that, and then after like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Ah, shit, and I'll start following behind up there.
Okay, yeah, and he walks straight up to this contraption that you see that's been sitting there, and he basically there are some two troopers there, and he motions for them, and they cut the lines and they pull off this tarp off of it, and what you see is a heavily adapted tank fitted with what looks like a huge drill, okay, on the front of it, okay, and he goes, take a look at my prototype, the God knows, I don't know how you say this word, but this is what it's called.
I'm loving the French accent.
Yeah, in French. He does say this in French. How do I?
Farfanugan.
Farfanugan. How do I?
I'm going to spend a point of fortune to make that the name of the tank.
How can you send a chat message to everybody? You can't do it like you can in Fantasy Grounds, can you?
I see Jordan Ash saying the word testing.
Where?
Yeah.
In the chat. There. Duh. Okay. I'm a
you just
dumbass.
want to. You could type it into this.
There.
Oh God, we just zoomed the camera.
I know. I don't know why I did that, but look in
What are
the
you
chat.
doing?
Because Schroeder said it. That's because I've got him selected, and y'all zoomed to
Oh
it.
my God! What the hell?
I gotta turn that off. I don't like it.
He really does look like a robot. Jesus.
Everybody look at stream.
So we've
That's his token. Yeah, here's what he looks. Okay, yeah, y'all can look at his face.
He looks like a member of the Borg.
Here, I'll put him. I'm gonna put him over here. He's next to the tank now. Here, oh my God, really?
God, there's the only thing worse than a Borg. It's a Nazi Borg.
Oh God.
Well, he's kind of like that a little bit. His face, at least. And here, let me.
He's just got so futile. Imagine him screaming. Your distinctiveness will be mixed with your own.
Okay. Yeah. So if you zoom in, yeah, you can see his. Yeah, he's got a bionic eye.
I want a bionic.
Eyes. Okay, and he basically tells you, yeah, in his French little accent, he gives it this long name. We call it the Grendel.
Oh, thank God, words we can understand.
Harfenugan.
It needs a little extra help, and would you be so kind as to assist me in working on this? He's looking right at you, Lula, and ask you this question: would you be comfortable working on this with me?
She rolls up her sleeves.
No, no, don't do that.
What?
The golden armband falls out.
No.
Do you really?
Strategic.
What do you?
Fine. No.
What do you do?
I'll pull out my monkey wrench and I'll just like start walking towards it.
What do you think? You know, he basically says, take a look at it for a brief moment. Tell me what you think we should look at. What do you really want to look at first to get a better understanding of how this machine operates?
She'll do a slow lap around it, looking at it, while she thinks if she should talk or not.
Yeah, to look at it and all that. It's a reasoning and engineering heavy vehicles test of difficulty of 2.
This is a very strange encounter.
The reason heavy vehicle, correct?
Heavy vehicles, the reason and engineering difficulty of 2.
Unterirdisch.
I'm gonna take 1 momentum.
Okay, that's 3. Okay.
I guess I'll help if need be.
I'm rolling.
Oh, damn.
Never mind.
Got my 1 back.
You know your shit.
Yep. You understand. You're seeing this, and you can see that the engine needs a little tightening up. The tracks are a little loose because of the weight of the drill bit on the front. It needs to have some extra offsetting weight put on the back. It's very definitely say this is cramped for a few people, to fit in because of all the controls that you can see, because it is some type of drilling mechanism for certain, but they kind of overestimated, the weight distribution on it. But the engine is not prepared at all. Even this it's a Panzer IV tank body, and it was going to need some extra outfitting of hoses for the fuel pump, all those things. It needs some work on it. That's what you can surmise when you walk around and look at it.
Lula's just gonna start just going to work, and she's gonna just start trying to like tighten the belts on the.
So what do you think? He asked.
She'll put up the 1 minute finger and just get to work.
Well, you don't answer him at all?
We're fucked.
We never hear him talk.
He does say you can speak. You may speak.
Un momento. Gorlami.
He says, I give you permission to speak.
The Farvendogen, and
if that is what you were worried about. He can sense that you're, perplexed.
Oh, I am not perplexed.
How to? Okay. You're unsure. You won't speak to them, and he kind of sits there.
We'll say though, out of concern, she will try and make her voice sound a bit deeper.
Oh yeah, that's
okay.
She's like, and
so make me a reason and observation test when you do that.
How old is your character? It's like, I got.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of the momentum.
Yep. It's only a difficulty of 1, but a reason and observation test of 1, please.
Hey, I'm not great at it, so
I'm just a girl.
Oh, I got 2 back.
Holy crap! What is this? Yeah. Okay. He kind of
was on one.
Yeah. You're on a roll. So yeah, he noticed that he switched back from German to French several times, and clearly he says, "Don't." In one of the sentences there, when he gives you permission, he goes, "I don't care." About he basically kind of hints that he knows that you're a female. What he wants to know? I truly want to know. What do you think of my Grindel?
Good start.
You mean
a good start?
Good start.
Good start.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Mess with him. Speak to him in Arabic. You know Arabic.
True. I ain't gonna push the limit, bro.
Just be like, zibby, 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 assalamu alaikum.
Durka, durka.
My God.
Oh, jeez.
And he'll be like, excuse me? What?
Some of that
more time, because this
some
is a
of it you
disaster.
understood. Like I said, he's spoken French and German.
But she will say it is a good start.
Okay. That's what you say to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. And he goes, where do you want to start first?
Well, first let's get this thing, in the tip-top shape that it can be in. These belts are loose. Engine needs some tweaking.
He has a big smile on his face when you answer and all that, and he says, "Nicely done. I look forward to working with you." And he just goes on. He stays in French the whole time.
What the fuck is
And
going on with this guy?
he basically grabs the tools and he points over to one of the engineers, and they look kind of pissed that you're there with him working on it. Yeah, whatever. Really? Oh my God. Oh my God. And he basically waves them off, and he just says, it's good to work with someone as skilled as you. And he rolls up his sleeves, and y'all get into working on this vehicle.
I'm just still standing there at attention.
Yeah, he doesn't even respond to you.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. Well, so you just kind of see stuff kind of going around. People, other troopers pass you by. The other engineers are working on a truck. They come in and out. Lula, you're working on a truck. You're working on a tank. So
when the other engineers looked a little peeved at me working on this thing with him, she will flash them the L.
The what?
Loser.
Oh my God.
Suckers.
The Nazis hated that.
My Lord.
I own them.
Okay, so while Lula is getting off on working on the tank, Ash.
Yes.
You and Micah are walking around, right?
Yeah.
We took off towards the east, like from the mess tent, moving towards the officers' tents, and we were going around the wide.
On the outside skirt. Yeah, not a problem. You will insight and observation checks for both of you, please.
Can I make a wager to try a hearing check specifically? I want to try to listen. I want to walk a little closer to these tents than might be completely normal, and try to listen inside as I'm walking by.
Okay. You did that beforehand, and most of the tents are empty. Okay, the troops are out and about. Okay, and you walk by a few, you will not hear anything in them, but I still need an insight and observation check. So
Okay.
I will tell you
I'll spend a momentum.
Yep.
As will I. That's just one, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay, well, just
Oh yeah.
Boy, we're getting them all out. Well, you give yourself some momentum back. There you go. So, what you notice, Micah, is definitely now that you're in the light, The Black Sun troopers are several of them, when they come out of the tents, because you move as you're moving around and listening and try that. Several will come in and out. They are heavily scarred, and several of them are even deformed. Some of their extremities and stuff, are missing, or their arms are grown a little different, a little bent, a little differently. But their faces really have taken a beating, and that's a good part, probably why the mask is there. Not only because some of them have a chemical compound that's in the mask, but they're just they're hiding the scars that bear definitely signs of torture or experimentation of some sort on some of them. They do talk, but they will do that. You can say that they're really no officers really around when they do. When officers do show up or they come near, that the troopers almost instantly obey the orders without question. Don't even hesitate. Don't even ask what to do. They just basically almost lack free will of their own. They just move and do exactly what they're told to do when they're told to do it without question.
Wow.
There is and some of the whispers or chatting that you catch, there's talk of, why are we searching for a cave system? What possibly could be in a cave system? I'm not interested in insect creatures. We have a war to win.
Yeah, Micah thinks back.
And
Micah thinks back to what he heard earlier: crystals and bugs.
Okay.
When
This is in German, right?
Yep. Now, while that's happening in the outskirts and you're making your way around, the engineers, they were in this tent to the exact south, right there in the middle. Pass by. Jordan, in your insight check, an engineer, a truck pulled up, and an engineer got out and was opening. You basically could see were weapon cases being pulled out of the truck and all that. And one of them the case is a little hard to lift, and he calls out to you specifically, just because basically you've got Micah who was busy trying to concentrate on walking the tents and listening and all that. He kind of catches your attention and motions you over to help him lift out this big crate that's in the truck and take it into the tent.
Okay. I'm going to go there.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of separate briefly from Micah, and you grab the big crate, and the engineer grabs another, and they basically take it in to the tent, and there are weapons just kind of spread out over several tables and all that. And he kind of motions to you to open up the crate and pull the weapons out.
Okay. By the way, I'm specialized in exotic weapons.
I don't have to tell me shit, pal. I know what you're specialized in. Giving me crap, okay? Don't remind me. Okay?
You see a lightsaber laying on the table. You snatch it up immediately.
But he motions for you to do that. Do you do that, though?
To lift?
No, he wants you to open. He says, motion to the crate. He points to it and gives you a crowbar, and he wants you to open it up and put the weapons on the table.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yep. All right. So you will see there are you open it up, and this crate it's got a heavy machine gun in it. What's I'm looking for?
MG34.
Yeah, MG. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And several belts of bullets, and some other SP, other submachine guns, things like that. You just basically.
Okay. Do I see any weird weapons?
Well, no, But you can make me another insight and observation skill test of difficulty of 2 while you're doing all that work and trying to look around.
Okay, and I'll spend 2 momentum. 3 momentum.
3 momentum.
2 dice. Yeah.
See. Okay.
So
that's all you needed. Difficulty of 2. The crate, you pulled out another crate. He basically helps you get pulled out another crate. That's not, no markings. These 2 are just standard crates, and you pop it open. You pull out a few more weapons, some rifles and stuff like that. But there's a 3rd crate in the back of the truck, and what catches your attention, however, is that there is a blue glow coming out of the cracks of the crate itself.
It's like it's really glowing.
It's a faint blue glow coming out of the crate.
It's a nuclear fuel rod.
It's the ghost light.
Yeah, but the engineer does not make any motion or tell you to do anything. He just basically is, he pointed you to work on that 2nd crate and open it up, but he does not touch or mess with the 3rd crate.
I'll go towards the 3rd crate.
He yells at you. You could tell him. He waves you off.
Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah.
Is he by himself?
At the moment, it is, but he waves off to you, Jordan. He's dismissing you.
Okay, and which tent is
that? One right here the very bottom center area.
Oh, okay.
And there's some guards right outside.
Okay. That's interesting.
That's what you notice. And he dismisses you he thanks you.
Okay.
He's Danka, and then waves you off.
Okay, I'll go back to Micah.
Micah's all the way on the other side of the camp now.
Oh.
Okay. No, I'm kidding.
Hey. All right. What do we got? Lulu did hers. Micah, you're doing your walking around. Yeah, you heard that. And the last thing that Michael will hear before as the day has progressed. Now this is taking some time. This wasn't happening just a few minutes. This was several hours of y'all moving about. Lulu's doing her work that you don't know about. Alex is basically standing in the middle of the field, the area up there, not moving, not being dismissed. Ash found something interesting in the tent here. But the last thing that you'll notice, Micah, before the good bit of the day's gone by, is as y'all were moving around in the center area, a squad, one of the officers was yelling out to some of the trooper tent areas in the north quadrant, and he got a truck pulled up on the outside of it. Some troopers got in, and you heard them saying something. Dispatch to the farm. Make haste. We must be there shortly. And they basically hide off, and they go to where you saw the farm, which is farther north from where y'all are at. There's a farm out in the distance area, but a truck full of troopers got in a truck and disappeared.
Can I determine the distance to the farm?
Oh, it's
like one mile.
It's a couple miles. You can see. You saw the distance. You saw it when y'all crested over the hill where y'all are at. It may be a little bit more bumpy. It's farther out. It's a few miles north. Good walking distance, but you don't see it from where you're at, but you know where it's at. So,
can I get a count based on all of the walk? You said several hours went by.
Yeah, so y'all spent a good bit of the day doing all this. So.
Okay, I didn't realize it was going to be like that much time passing in one shot, because we would have also checked out there's like a trooper tent section up in the right.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all saw that happen. Y'all walked up to the trooper tent, and that's when the troopers got dismissed into the truck. Yeah.
Oh, is there anything special happening in the central tent? There's like a central tent with
officers kind of come out. It may be their mess. Where they have their food. There's
these
makeshift
officers
hospital.
are. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
So, are the officers also stormtroopers, or are they like normal people who talk and seem to have free will?
No, they have. Yeah, so you've seen several of them talk in the NCOs and higher ups that move around or are barking orders to clean up or disassemble this or reload some weapons, clean your weapons. Typical camp activities that are going on. They definitely talk, and that's what I'm saying is you were watching all this. Is that anytime orders were given, the troopers would obey it. They wouldn't question, they wouldn't ask, they would just immediately move off to go do whatever it was that they ordered to do, which is basic, mundane, routine stuff you're seeing, except for this activity that all of a sudden a group of them were sitting to a truck and took off. You heard some talking over time that there was something about a cave system they're looking for, and something about insect creatures that they don't think they should have to work with. They're here to fight a war, not a bug hunt. Go figure. Yeah, but this takes some time. This wasn't something that was just going to happen in a few minutes. You had to walk around and act like y'all were part of the group or on patrol and doing y'all's thing. And then while that happened, Ash got pulled aside briefly into a tent.
Okay. And by the way, I relayed the information that there was a case with a strange glow.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else? Well, I'm gonna shorten up because I want to get I want to hold there. It's 10.
Okay.
Because what I'm trying to do is I want to get both
the rest of the
Clarissa
team here
and Victor their day in the sun too, to get a couple extra clues before y'all are giving your next where you think your next ideas are going to be.
We'll get a really nice little romance scene in the next episode. 15-minute. It's like steam coming out of one of the tents. Don't go in there.
And they will have to role play it.
They have
that's
to.
funny with those two. They don't put them up to it. They would. Those two buffoons.
That's just good TV. Do we want ratings or what?
Yeah. So I was just rushing a little bit. We'll recap that again and go over the scenarios that the four of y'all have discovered or happened so far with them, and then give them ability to role play a little bit and determine a couple of course actions that they'll find. Yeah. And then the question will be what happens after that, as y'all have moved around, had another, lunch was served, the mess was served again, time to
Alex is still standing at attention.
He's still standing there looking around, not been dismissed at all. Yeah, y'all could come back, Micah and Ash, to find him just standing there like doesn't know what to do. And Lula and Schroeder
I
in there
have to pee.
Yeah. Pee while you're standing there, he says, but
That's
Schroeder and Lula are going to town on this tank, which y'all both then see. I'll leave y'all when y'all come back around to that area and doing y'all's research. Y'all can see what I've just described and what it looks like. We'll do this here. Let me see real quick. I'll give this as a teaser before we end the night. Where is it?
What is going on with this guy? This blonde-haired guy seems very peculiar.
All right. So, well, you don't know. Come on. Where's the journal? Let's do let's see.
How did he know you were female? Did you forget to tape your boobs down?
Really? Really? Oh my Lord.
Come on. You gotta think about the whole disguise.
The amateurs. Let's see.
It's a cosplay thing, guys. It's a cosplay thing.
Let's see. Come here. Save entry. Now, I should be able to close that out, save, and then I can show players. Now, don't mind where you see this at, but this is the only picture that I've been given of it.
What the hell?
That's a giant drill bit.
That looks so much cooler than the picture that's on the map.
Yeah. So And it's definitely what they show is not the same thing as the starter set, right? You know, it's like, okay, this was cool looking, but it's big old drill bit. It's a tank chassis with the top, on it and control system, and it's big. And that's why they've got a mess that they didn't quite fit it on right. But Schroeder's trying to work on it hard. Lula get more information. This is his baby. It is for drilling, and he's so proud of it, but he's just disappointed that the German technology is just not where it needs to be to make this thing work properly. But we can do it. He ever confidence that he believes that you can help him get this thing working. And you were asking, could you get near it? Not even knowing. See, Joel was harassing me during the intermission. You're going to let me see the tank, aren't you? You're going to let me see it.
It says Chekhov's tank. If you show a tank in the first act, you have to let them drive it in the third act.
Right.
I'm gonna be real, Duff. Before we end,
oh God,
I'm gonna see if I can. Can I use a fortune to make a copy of the key for the tank?
Now, I'm not sure it works with the key.
I don't believe it works with the key. I think it's just a start button that pushes it. Okay.
No, it's probably shotgun start.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're gonna hold there for the night. A little early. I want to let the other two get back here next week. Do we have everybody next week of this group? Anybody missing out?
What is next?
24th of February.
Should be good.
It's National Chocolate.
Those who are
Fountain
watching, we also, if we talk Brian into it, we'll post out on the social meds. We'll get some dice from Total Party Kill Games. We'll get a dice set or two that we will give away during the show. Just why not? Even though we made virtual, we like the physical stuff too.
Yeah,
we're not biased toward it. I got
shiny
piles of the stuff behind me. Y'all know that.
I don't have any dice. I'm not allowed.
Oh, whatever. It's all he buys. It comes back from Gary Con and all the cons of stuff.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't want to talk about Gary Con last year and dice.
Yeah, exactly.
No. You don't want to talk about Gary Con and the Norse Foundry booth.
Yeah. True.
There's a difference.
True. All right. Anybody got anything to promote? I guess this group. Anything, Jeff? We got Gary Con in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we got Gary Con coming up. I know for a fact we won't be available on the 24th, and the 17th will already be up in Lake Geneva, so I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll look at that
enough.
how we play out. We may be off a week or two there, just because I know, because like Jeff and I know Brian,
is that in March?
Have to be packing up. Yeah, this is March. A month from now, be packing up to get out there for Gary Con and his camper. Plus whatever other cons he goes to, but we will try to get close to the ending is there. We might be done, maybe not. It just depends. We'll get close to it. Yeah, it's not a big module. It's just
isn't it supposed to be?
It's only a few
in like one session.
No, they say one session, but that's pushing it unless you really don't get into the RP.
Yeah,
and I think the Cthulhu itself. Was definitely heavy RP with a dice roll, and they've kind of blended it
with expert role players like us.
But I mean, that's the issue.
Yeah, right.
Plus, I'm dragging it out a little so we can enjoy it, because then I'm thinking Shadows of Atlantis, which is one of their first modules, which is a true module book. It will take a quad run, and so I'm thinking if we want to play that, we'll redo characters, or we'll see. But I'd like to run some more after this. Anyway, so that's it, folks. Those who came and watched, thank you very much. We are the Rejects. We'll be back here next Monday night for episode 5. So with that being said, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all later. Take care.
Bye. Come on.
Auf Wiedersehen.
You thought I was going to say, son of a bitch, didn't you?